to my Minecraft city building live stream video number 19. So make sure live chat's turned on. Okay, live chat should be turned on now. Now, of course, like I said last week, last Monday, I think, something like that, I was going to do my I was going to do this next Minecraft live stream video Saturday, but I mainly forgot to do it. I had things to do, like a few things or so to do, and then after I was done, it was probably close to lunchtime, and I guess I just forgot about it, and I hate that I forgot to do it, but I can't do anything about it now. But anyways, sorry about that, but anyways, that's why I'm doing it today instead. Now, if I would have done it Saturday, my new BeamNG Drive live stream video was probably going to be today if I had did this live stream Saturday, but because I forgot about it, it's today. So the next BeamNG Drive live stream video will probably have to be this next Saturday coming up at the end of this week. The reason why is because I might have to work tomorrow. Now, if you guys don't know this, it had snowed. It had snowed here at our house. It had snowed at least probably 10 to 11 inches here at our house, and today it's mostly all melting. Now, there's still a lot of snow out there, but most of it's already starting to melt. But anyways, I may have to go to work tomorrow. Don't really know for sure yet if I'm gonna have to or not. It really depends on how the roads are from the snow and on if they're still icy or not. So depending on if I am able to go to work tomorrow, it won't be tomorrow. But if I end up not being able to go to work tomorrow, it will definitely most likely to be tomorrow if I end up not being able to go to work tomorrow. But I don't know for sure yet. And if I can't do it tomorrow, of course, it'd have to be at the end of this week. The reason why is because I have to work this Thursday also for sure. So, not really sure about tomorrow yet on if it'd be tomorrow. It really depends on if I'm able to go to work or not. So, we are out of school today, of course, because of the snow, and we're not really sure yet about tomorrow. There's a possibility that we may have to go to school tomorrow. Depends. And then there's a possibility that we might not have school tomorrow. Don't really know yet. And then Wednesday is a definite, most likely, for sure, would be able to go. For sure, would definitely most likely be able to go back to school Wednesday from the snow. Most likely, don't really know yet. So, anyways, of course, I'll be sitting on my bed while doing this live stream video. And of course, if anybody's watching, please let me know in the comments below and I will give you a shout out during this live stream video. hear me okay. Hope you guys can see the screen okay too. I had my phone on my tripod just now a few minutes ago, whenever I was setting everything up, and fell off my bed, and I had to readjust it a little bit. So I hope you guys can see TV screen okay. Anyways, I got kind of like a surprise for you guys. You guys might remember this, that I was going to do this. I started working on adding on to the city garage yesterday at some point. Might have been Friday. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it definitely might have been yesterday. May have been yesterday. But anyways, I've been adding on to it. This whole section here, of course, is the original garage for the city. That's the part that I had originally built. And of course, this area here was the parking lot for it, which is now no longer going to be the parking lot for it. The new parking lot for it is probably going to be over here somewhere. I may maybe add on to it a little bit on this end of it, but I'm not really sure yet. But I have been working on this new area that I've been adding on to it. So the front of it, I already have built up and finished. I redid the parking lot entrance for right here in front of it and redid it to the way it is now. So now there is fencing that comes off of this fencing here. Goes from there to here. And there's a little bit of fencing here and a little bit of fencing here that I redid as well. And then in between right here, about right here is where parking lot for over here was. I removed that and put grass blocks in between here because it's no longer going to be part of the parking lot for it. Also redid the fencing for right here, so now it's basically two fence posts there. Redid it for right here as well, so now it's a little bit shorter for there. Still connects to where the original fencing would have been for connecting here, but no longer does because part of the building for the city garage now goes up to here. So that's the way it looks now for right here in this corner of the drive-through part for the Chick-fil-A restaurant right here. So now pretty much just got to finish up on removing what's left of the parking lot for it that I had right here. And then I can basically work on it some more. It maybe work on it with you guys, since I don't really know exactly what I would want to work on right now. There's several things that need to be worked on though. But before we actually start working on something this time, I want to go show you guys several things that I did off camera. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I had added about 2 or 3 blocks onto this building. At one point, it was just the frame for the part of it I was going to add onto it. I now have that completely built onto it. Now I had redid basically the whole building on this side of it, so now it's a little bit bigger from the way it originally would have been. I'm going to go inside of it. If you guys remember, the lighting for in here was basically just glowstone, and it was in the floor. Well, I removed all of that glowstone and put torches in there for lighting instead, because that's the way I do it now. So I redid it like that. this checkout station here is now a little bit bigger. So what I did is I added another double chest for here. I added another one for there as well. They're empty, by the way. Every chest is empty. This one did not change. It's still the same. And then none of the rows for the aisles changed either. They're still the same that they were as well. It's just that I put torches on. That's it. So now it's a little bit wider through here instead of just being about, I think, just one block of a road through here. It's now a little bit bigger. It's now 3 blocks wide, just like the rest of them are, except for this one here. This one's 4 blocks wide. It's the only difference. And put in new windows, of course. Added on to the boys' bathroom a little bit. Redid the lighting in the bathrooms as well. Also had added a 4th sink right here. And because I had added onto that, I added a 4th bathroom stall and 4th toilet. Now, if you guys remember how the toilets were, and it was basically a cauldron with water in it with a white little block behind it. I redid the toilets and moved them over about 1 block and did them the way I do them now, which is the cauldron with water in it and a fence gate on it for the lid. It's the way I do it now for the toilet, so I redid that to like that, but that's the boys' bathroom. I'll show you guys the girls' bathroom. The girls' bathroom, pretty much the same. The way it originally was, anyway. But, meant to add another sink on to this bathroom as well, which that's the only thing that's going to be added to this bathroom, pretty much. So we'll do that right quick. And we need a lever for faucet for it. Put it there. So we're going to have to get rid of these torches here. Fill it with water. And put a torch on it like that. There we go. 4 sinks for in the girls' bathroom now. And now I would do a 4th bathroom stall for in here and toilet, but only has 3 because of how big the side of the building is. I think this side of it is like width-wise for over here. I think it's about the same on the other side because I had added to it over there. So it's now like this, and of course I changed the design for the toilets as well for the girls' bathroom. That's pretty much the only difference for right there. I was go around and see if that's what it is over here on the side of it. I can't remember. No, it isn't. I could add onto it at least 1 block. That's it. That's all I could add to the side of this is just 1 block. And because it'd be just 1 block, I'm not going to add on to the side of it at all because it'd be just a 1 block difference pretty much for the whole building on the side of it. So I'm not going to add to that side of it. But anyways, the remodel thing is now redone to that building. Let's see, what was the next thing I was going to show you guys? I do need to go in and work on the inside of the dentist office over here some more, which I haven't done yet. I know I need to, I just haven't really exactly been able to do that yet. And then, of course, the new city power plant I haven't been able to work on anymore yet either. which, as you guys would probably remember, all we did to it is basically dug out a little bit of the ground to it, and that was it. That's all we did to it so far. So, yeah, I know we need to work on it some more. I just haven't been able to really, I haven't really been able to do that anymore to it yet. And then, of course, the McDonald's restaurant, still need to work on it some more. That part of the roof to it is still unfinished. Need to finish that. And other thing I did is I changed up the signs here on the front of the city movie theater. So this is what's on it now. Of course, Star Wars 9, which comes out this next new year, 2019, at some point. And then How to Train Your Dragon 3, 2019 at some point as well. The Lego Movie 2 coming out next month after January on February 8th, 2019 is when that's coming out. I already know when it's coming out. So, and then the 5th Indiana Jones movie will be coming out at some point in 2021. So I put that. And then I put Avatar 2, probably coming out sometime in 2019 now. I had found something at one point that it was supposed to come out this year at one point in 2018, but it never did. It could still come out, but it still has a little bit of chance to come out this year, but I don't think it will now because we only have about let's see, we really only have the rest of this week and then two more weeks after this week is done and over with until the new year starts. So I figure it'll probably be sometime next year, this next new year coming up very soon. So not exactly sure when that's going to be yet. Like the Avatar I'm talking about is the Pandora Avatar. That's what I'm talking about. They're coming out with the second of that, which now, of course, would probably be coming out in 2019 sometime. Just don't know when yet. And then, of course, Star Wars movie about Boba Fett. I put maybe 2020. The reason why I put that is because I found something on YouTube, like a trailer or something like that had come out for it. I don't know if it's really technically an official trailer for it, but or if it had been, or if it's like a fan-made thing and was made up for it. But if it's actually an official trailer, then it would probably be coming out in 2020. So I put maybe 2020 for now because I'm not really actually sure as of now. I gotta look that up to see if that's actually right at some point. I just don't know when that's gonna be when I look that up. And then, of course, Toy Story 4 is coming out this summer, 2019. Some point in either June or July 2019 is when they are coming out with the 4th and yet sadly the last Toy Story movie that they're going to make. So that comes out this summer. And then the one next to it is blank for now until I find something else or hear something else that's going to be coming out. We'll be going there on that one. Right now, that one's blank. And on the inside, I still have How to Train Your Dragon 3 for Theater Room 1. Changed Theater Room 2 to being Toy Story 4, which of course comes out this summer. And then upstairs, on the second floor, for Theater Room 4, it's still Lego Movie 2, which is February 8th,
2019, so it's still the same. Left it the same, and then Star Wars 9 for Theater Room 3, I left it the same as well. So basically, the only one I changed as of now is the Theater Room 2. So really, basically, the only thing I have changed for now for that. So, anyways, I'll let it auto save right quick. Now, I got one more thing I want to show you guys before we start working on something. I know I've been talking a lot, starting out for this video and showing you stuff, but I want to show you stuff I've done to it off camera, which usually takes me a little while like this. Okay, so other thing I did is I had worked on the Five Nights at Freddy's 5, which would be Five Nights at Freddy's sister location game type thing that I had been working on. As you guys remember last, really only had this whole area and then this whole area here built onto it. I now have let's see, I now have that there built onto it for entered, I think. Actually, no, I think it might have been over here somewhere. No, this would be like a I don't remember what this room was, but I got that built onto there now, and then I've got Circus Babies area built on to this end of it here, which this is as far up towards this way as it will go. Now, it probably would be a room probably about that big or so, but the way that FedEx Gaming had did his is he basically built his like this, and then he I'll show you guys sometime, but he basically did kind of like a glass window type thing along right there somewhere and here as well, and then put black little blocks behind it and make it look like it's dark in the room behind it, which would be a lot bigger than what it looks like. But I'll show it to you guys sometime to show what I mean. And then I think, yeah, this was entering this little area right here. Got that built on. Whole scooping room area built on right here. And a little hallway area type thing built on it right there. It goes to it now. It's supposed to be instead of it going this way, it's supposed to be going that way, which I can't do that because of where Five Nights at Freddy's 3 building is and the way I built it. So it kind of looks like it's all connected together one giant thing, sort of, but it isn't. But I had to do it in this direction because of that, so a little bit different than the way he had did it. So, and what I'm currently been working on is from out of the scooping room, that's like a little room area type thing right here. I don't remember what he said that was for, but and there's like a hallway area type thing right here that I'm guessing would lead to something else, which I don't remember what that was, but this is what I've got built onto it, added onto it for now. So off camera, every now and then I've done quite a bit of work to it, but that's what it currently looks like for now. So what we're gonna go work on for this live stream video is we are gonna work on the city garage some more. So removing what's left of the parking lot for over here on the side of it, all we basically need to do is just pretty much just remove some of the stone and all from along here in this area, along out there, because it's got kind of like an underground basement type thing in it. It's gonna be connected with it over there for that part of it to over here, and the rest of it basically just gotta remove the white wall, fill in with stone. So before we start doing that, we're gonna work on this, but first we need to go inside of here, down here. Now it would be kind of like a staircase type thing for getting up there, but I did it like this because really didn't have a whole lot of room to work with down here, so I did it like that. So let's see, how did do this? Might take me a little bit. I gotta figure out how we do this. So we need to pop up here for a minute. Okay. So you dig over that way probably about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go about 4 or 5 blocks over that way. So we need to break these blocks here for now, and these as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I think. Let's see. Okay, we need to go about 1 more, because above this here is above these dirt blocks here is part of the foundation to the building. So we need to go about 1 more block, because this is the stone for the parking lot. So about 1 more block. And then we'll put torches here on the ground for now so we can see what we're doing. Need to remove this wall here. And we need to remove this right here, so we can go about the same distance. So 1 more. And dig over this way. Torch down so we can tell what we're doing. See, that's the parking lot right there above us. So now we take it. Okay, we're gonna dug out now. So see, this is basically how much bigger we have it for over here for now. It's gonna go further in this in a little bit. Let's see. Need to break that block, this block. Go over here. Do the same thing. There we go. Now we can remove this right here. Go by for how we're doing it. Let's see. So for now, we'll basically leave this all opened up, as we are, of course, working on it. So let's see here. Okay, now that we've gotten this opened up like this, we can see how long and width-wise it would need to be to match up with with what we did over here. So we need to basically dig and break over this way. So we'll start from here, go this way, and stop there. And then go back over here, do the same thing to this side, and then we can remove what's in between. Okay, now we can just remove all this and then dig this all the way down to bedrock pretty much. So do that way we know. And first we're gonna remove all this. So basically the very top layer, and then this will be covered back up by regular stone afterwards. For now, we're leaving it completely uncovered for over here so that we can work on it down here and above here. So it's gonna take a little bit to get this all removed. I wish I could speed up the live stream video, in a way, like kind of like a video that you would see on YouTube, like somebody doing something like this on Minecraft, and they speed up the video whenever they're doing something like this. I wish I could do that. Wish you could do that with a live stream video, but you can't because it's live, pretty much like a TV or something, TV show or something like that. That's live on TV. It's basically like that, just on YouTube. So if I could do that, I would do it, but I can't because of that. So okay, let's see. Starting to get dark on here. Takes about let's see, if I remember right, I think it takes about 10 minutes or so for a day in Minecraft to be over, and then it takes, I think, the same amount of time for the next day to start in Minecraft. And the weird thing about Minecraft is whenever you are in the end, which would be the Enderman's dimension, and whenever you're in the Nether, the clock shows night and day, and it'll spin around randomly all over the place whenever you're in the Enderman's dimension and the Nether. I call it the Enderman's dimension because, well, it's the way I like to say it instead of the end. But whenever you're there in those two worlds, either one really, that's the way the clock will work. And then if you have your map pulled out, your map will, I think, basically do somewhat kind of the same thing. I might maybe show you guys sometime what the map does, because I don't really remember what the map does exactly. But we've gotten that completely dug out now. So go to sleep right quick past the time of the night, because I like to do that because then I can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Okay, that's how big of a dugout space that it would be if it weren't covered up. So now that we have that done, what we need to do is remove the white wool blocks from the parking spaces and redo them to stone blocks, which is the way it is in the garage itself. It's basically just stone blocks. So we need to do that. You're in my way, Mr. Cow. Get out of my way. Stay over there. Don't make me have to kill you. Stay over there. Somewhere. Out of my way, please. Thank you. Yeah, on here in Minecraft, they'll get in your way sometimes whenever you're working on something like this. Especially when I'm working on my Minecraft city. It gets annoying sometimes, but I don't really mind. Now, if you look down towards the item bar on the screen of my TV, it says 74 for the experience points that you can get. Whenever you take the experience orbs, which are green orbs that you can collect, the highest that they will go apparently is 74. Apparently that's as high as it will go because I've killed animals on here in Minecraft. Gosh, so many I've lost count. But it's apparently as high as it will go because I've collected more. Like if it would go any higher than 74, which it don't apparently, I'd probably have about probably close to about 10,000, something like that, most likely. But I don't really know for sure. Anyways, let's see. We need to remove the dirt walls from the way they are now, and basically right here we would need to remove because that's now basically going to be stone right there because that's going to be part of the garage now, the garage floor. So we'll redo it along there eventually as well, there too. So first we're basically going to remove dirt blocks along this first wall here, turn into stone, and we're going to do it like that in the corners too. By the way, bedrock will not break on an Xbox 360 version of Minecraft. Bedrock will not break. No matter how long you hold down the mine button, which is the RT button, it will not break. There was one time I held it down for probably about almost close to 30 minutes probably. I was like watching videos on my tablet by holding down that at the same time. I was doing it for about 30 minutes or so. It would not break. Don't know why I did it that long ago, but I kind of sort of felt like it for fun. See if it actually break after that long. Kind of stupid of me because I should have known that it wasn't gonna break because I've read and seen stuff on YouTube, books and stuff like that it does not break in the Minecraft Xbox 360 version. Afterwards, I was like, oh yeah, now I remember. Stupid me. Hey. Anyway, let's see. Should we leave that block there? Yeah, we'll leave this little row of dirt blocks there above right here because this right here is going to be filled in with stone anyway, so you're not really going to be able to see it because there'll be stone on there anyway. So yeah, you're not going to be able to see that. Won't be able to see behind any of this either. So now we can fill it in and attach it to the walls of the original part of the garage that we had built or started to build. Also, if anybody's watching right now, leave a comment down below in the comment section and I will give you a shout out during this live stream video. So go over here now and fill in there as well. There we go. Walls walls for it are now built in and installed. Flooring for entire thing up here for over this area is finished. Is now anyway. So now we're gonna leave it the way it is, and we are gonna go ahead and start working on the walls of the building itself, and then later on, eventually go roof to it. Maybe in this live stream video, don't know yet. So we're going to need sandstone and of course glass blocks for the windows. So we'll start on this wall first. Since this wall here for the original is going to be removed, we're going to break that away like that, because we're going to be removing that wall. Leave it like that above there, because so it'll match up and it'll look kind of like this whenever we're done with that. Something like that. So what we need to do is basically go along right here at least twice, so that the windows will match up with the rest of the building, and then we need to do that there, here, because the reason why I do that is because if not, let's say there's a window here and a window there, and to me that kind of looks weird, and I don't like that, so that's why I do it like this. I always pretty much do it like that now. That's why I do it like that. For corners and buildings like that now, that's why I do that. That's for you guys that don't know that, and if you don't know that, you know now. So another row there. Do kind of sort of the same thing for here as well. This one like that there, kind of like a corner area. That way, so there we go. Pretty much mostly built up for the windows now. Let's now start working on the glass window part for this big window here. This will be the way it's going to be for right here for now. Okay, that window is finished. Okay, look at this window here, figure out when we're going to split it up by, so it's not too big of a window. So we're going to go from here, go straight over, and to the block there, and go up from there. Now we can install windows for this wall. So first we're going to build up this window, and then the window next to it. Okay, now the window over here. Okay, all the new windows for apartment we are adding to it are now built and complete. So now, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to kill this cow and sheep that are in here because they're now basically trapped in here and don't have a way to get out. Sorry, I gotta kill you. See, there we go. I collected some of them and it didn't change the 74 number. Okay, make sure there's no other mob animals down here I might have Okay, so now we can finish. Now we can basically remove this entire original wall here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the top of it and get rid of it 2 blocks at a time. This is the way I do it. Okay, and other 2. Good thing we're opening this up because I'm going to have to go buy the blue wool that we use for the lift machine type things that we built for putting the cars on and all that, and then these here for people being underneath to work on the cars for changing the oil and that sort of thing. Now in real life, in the basement type thing that they have for that, no idea what's down there in real life. Kind of like to know what's down there, but no idea what's down there. Kind of would like to know that, but I don't know. Okay, now that that has been removed, we got to get rid of just a little bit of dirt blocks here and collect these torches that broke off from along both sides of it from doing that. So do that right quick. Make sure we get them all selected. There we go. One more. 2 more. There. Close that now since we don't need to open anymore. And then go down here. Oh, something fell down here. Okay, there we go. Now, in between right here from where that was, can be filled in now with stone. And we'll just go ahead and fill in right there as well. Okay, now we're gonna sort of sit over here. This is how big that it's going to be now because of this section of it, part of it that we're adding to it. So this is basically how big the garage is now going to be. Now it's going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 garage doors. So 5 garage doors as of now. 5 mechanic stations now for it, getting ready to be 5 right now. Whenever I built it, it originally only had 3. Now it's going to have 2 more, so that's going to make 5 for it. So this next thing we're going to do, we already did the other thing was putting torches along the outside of it already. I did that off camera at one point. Now we just got to do it on the inside of it, along the walls. For now, we'll start off with, and then on the floor and around the equipment after we build that stuff. So we'll do that right quick. And see, in between garage doors, basically did it like this. So now there's not a wall there anymore. I can basically do it like that. And we need torches or so right there because there's not a wall there anymore for lighting. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and finish working on the little basement area type thing that we have down here. So first we need to do the lighting part of it. So we'll go ahead and get that done. basically have torches on the other side of that now, right there, because that's now completely open little station there underneath. And a little bit. Auto saving, so give it a little bit of auto save. There we go. Okay, now every one of these chests are empty, by the way. So now we're gonna get that out. Basically, pretend that that is tool chest type things for every one of these. So basically, let's see, how did we do this? Okay, it was basically 2 double chests, 1 chest, 2 of them. Basically kind of like in a pattern. So we need another one of those, and from there, another double chest, 2 of them, another 2 of them. That's not that close together. About put it there because it won't go that close together. So another 2 of those, and 1 of them. Again, and 2 them again. Another 1 of those, and then another 2 of those. Okay, so that's done now. Now we can put torches for lighting around them and between them for lighting. Now that we've added on to that, we're going to add an extra torch on top of the only single torch put for there, so can't add on to there. That's why it's like that. So now, let's see. I meant to do this a while back. Put torches around like this for giving the little dark areas for in between and all like this lighting. So it's got extra lighting, so it's all lit up and not dark in any places at all. So actually, we need to move these torches right here for now. Along right here, because we got to work on this side of it. So move those. That side's completely finished now, which what it is now. Okay, so. Now we need to work on the outside part for it. So how many do we do it across? 1, 2, 3. So let's see. No, technically about 4. It's just like that because the wall was right here originally. So that's 3. So technically 1 more row stone, and we need to get out the blue wall blocks. And let's see, put 1 there. How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 blocks apart. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can let's see, missed a block. Okay, so 1 more block. So technically it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Not 4, 5. Okay. Now they'll match up with the rest. Okay, so now we can basically fill in this entire section of it from here over. Not this area, but this area. Now that we did that part, we can do that now. So fill this in stone. Cover that up. Because that part of it we don't use for any equipment type things. Except for that right there, which is over here. And it don't go underground. That does not go underground. Pretty much goes above ground. So now that we've done that, we do that right there, and then it pretty much looks the same as the rest of them now. So we just need to do that. So now we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where the other one will kind of go. They're kind of a little off, to be honest. So the new ones are anyway. The original are mostly somewhat matched up to the way they're supposed to be. So actually, we'll move this over by, let's see, move it over by 1 block. See what that will look like. The block there's at 5. Yeah, it's 5. So remove that. It's 2. So put it right there, and then put that there, and then fill that in. Get rid of that. Let's see that. That look better. Yeah, it looks a little better. A lot better, actually. So we'll just do this instead, match it up with the 2 new ones. So it'll be really technically about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks apart, really. So now we need to do the same thing. This side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 for things. So this whole area right here we fill in. There we go, and then do this, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put 2 stone blocks in between. Right there like that, and just fill in this right here. There we go. The 2 new ones for the entrance part for these 2 garage stations or mechanic stations are now finished. So the whole new row of oil change stations are now finished, and the tire stations and other stuff like that, we gotta build that next. So first we need to go down here, put in these. So let's look at how we did them. Okay, so basically 1 block away from here. So it's like that, 1 block and then 4 blocks. So need to put 1 there. Put 1 here, put 1 there. There we go, got that one built and build up. Do it same way. That's 2 and 4, and then we need to put torches around it, or lighting around it. Do that there. And of course put torches along wall right there for lighting as well, for there. And then put torches around this one for lighting. There we go. Now we can put torches for the dark areas and all over right here in the new section that we've added. A lot of torches, that's for sure. I've Now, the amount of torches that I've used, the amount of torches that I've probably used now for my entire Minecraft city, for everything that I've built, torch wise, amount of them all would probably be close to, either close to or is a trillion by now. Maybe billion, could be million. Don't really know yet. Now, what I didn't know is there is a type of number after 1 trillion, which is 1 octillion. 1 octillion is more than 1 trillion. That's, I think, the highest. That's the highest number that I now know of. I just figured out that's a number, kind of number, today, pretty much, by watching a YouTube video somewhere on YouTube today. I'm like, huh. I never heard of that. I never knew that was even a number. I never knew there was a number after the trillions. Which I think octillion is the highest number that anything can go up to. There may be something after that, which if there is, I don't know what it's called yet, as of now. I'll look that up eventually too. But if you didn't know this, which most of you probably do, our bodies are, everything in our body, every part of our body, up from all the way down to every single cell for every organ and everything to our body, from our skeleton all the way up to skin and hair and all that, all has trillions of cells. Our body has at least 1 trillion of cells altogether. Altogether, our body has 1 trillion cells, at least. Now, if it could be higher than that, it'd be an octillion, 1 octillion, which we don't have that many. Now, a trillion is a lot, but then octillion is supposedly even more than that. So I might be able to show you what that number would look like. Octillion, anyway. What that number would look like at some point if I remember to. But anyways, we now have a new area for down here in the basement area, complete and finished. So this whole area down here is now finished. Now we just need to work on these lift type things here. So we need to go over here, the side of this one, and figure out how far apart we need them. And they don't match up with these, by the way, but it's the way we did them. So, let's see, they are, let's see, that's 1 block there, so technically it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 blocks apart. So that'd be 1. This would be 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where that would be. And then a block down right there for what the car would sit on. So technically 2 blocks apart for that. So that's where that would be. And then block there for there. And then lengthwise apart from there, it'd be, so not counting that, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So really just 4 blocks apart. So 2, 3, 4. So right there. Do the same thing with this one. Oops, this block. There we go. And then put a block there like that. There we go. And then how high did we do it? So it's 1, 2, 3. So 3 blocks tall. So 1, 2. I need to count this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to be sure we're gonna do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4 blocks tall. Okay. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically do this to match it up with the other one, and it'll look like an actual lift top thing once it's done. And then do the same thing with this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure it's level with that side of it. Okay, it is. So now we need to attach it to the fair. There we go. The first one for the first new area is now complete. Just about. We still got to put a lever on it for making it move up and down. And whenever it moves up, in real life, for one of these, whenever it moves up, it's got like notch top things in it that click really loud. It's basically somewhat like a loud bang, pretty much. But whenever it goes up, there's kind of like a wedge or hook top thing that will slide over that, and as it goes up, it'll slide over that, and it'll slam up against the wall inside of here, and then there's like a wedge or hook top thing underneath that holds it, and it's like that for all 4. They're really thick, apparently really strong. That's how cars are held up on these. Also held up by the hydraulics pushing them up in the first place. They're also held by that. So it's basically mainly hydraulics that it's held up by. So there's like some sort of special button or something like that you push, and that locks it in place where it won't move and where it won't fall on you and kill you because of it falling on you. And then whenever you want to move it back down, you come out from underneath it, push a special button top thing that unlocks it, and then you use the lever thing to move it back down onto the ground. It's basically how all those work, pretty much. So we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That might be too far apart. Let's see. This one's probably gonna have to be kind of close, actually. So this one, the one for this one is actually gonna have to be about right there, and then of course that there, 2 blocks, that there, and then that there. They're gonna be kind of close together, like that. So basically 2 blocks apart, but can't do anything about it. That's the way they're gonna have to be, I guess. Just the way we'll have to do it. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We added 1. Yeah. Okay. Let's go across from there. Same thing there. Go block there, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Now to do that. There we go. That part of it's built. Don't want it there. Good. Over and up. Okay, area. There we go. That one's pretty much finished now. Now we need to get out the levers. Yeah. Okay, so put a lever there. How do we have them? Yeah, we have them down. So that's that one, and then put another one of this in. There we go. And then, of course, put torches on it, around it, underneath it. So basically put torches around all the legs on it, and all our pole type things that are used mechanically and hydraulically to lift it all up. Basically, pretty much the way I do it. Go over to the other one, do the same thing. Other station. Do the same thing going around it as well. Leave that. Put it under there. Now for this one. Can't put it on the back, but we can put it on the front. These two. There. There. Go. So now, what do we do after that now? Now we basically just need to put torches like everywhere. All over the floor, pretty much scattered all over for better lighting all over the floor, pretty much. So we're gonna just do this. Good thing it's at night, because then wouldn't really be able to tell that much if it weren't at night. So that's why I pretty much do it now. For here, I basically have it like that for there. So that's the way we'll do it, I guess, for there. And then scatter torches all over the rest of the way. Put two there. Is that how we did it for the rest? Yeah, we did that for the rest of them. So basically continue scattering torches everywhere for better lighting. Light up the whole garage pretty much. So that if we were to go survival or something for some reason, if I felt like it, which I probably never will, but just in case, I do this to keep mobs from spawning in, the evil mobs anyway, like creepers and stuff like that, because I don't want anything to get blown up and damaged, especially from creepers. Forgot torch there. That area as well. Don't have to worry about there. It's already lit up there. It's the torches under there. Okay, so that whole area is lit up now. Now I need to basically just go in between there, put torch there. At least go in between here, put torches. Put torches there in between. Put torch there, maybe. Put torches here. Between for sure. Definitely put torches there. Definitely put torches over here. Definitely gotta put torches behind both of them. For lighting. Definitely would have to do that, or need to do that. Okay, so got that done. Now let's see. Okay. So a few more. Just to be sure. Okay, now there we go. The entire inside and the entire basement area for our city garage is now complete. So now add on to it is now pretty much completely finished. The only thing now is to add onto the roof to it. That is all that's left to do to it now. Everything's good up and all. So it's pretty much the only thing left to do to it. And it's now a lot bigger than what it originally had been. It's gonna look bigger. It's gonna look bigger after the roof is done. To it, the roof. To it, I'm going to do off camera at some point. Just don't know when that's going to be. It won't be today, but I will do that sometime at some point. So, for now, I'm basically going to save the game here. I got maybe 1 or 2 music videos I want to show you guys. Actually, I'm not really sure yet if I want to show it to you guys this time. This live stream video has been kind of long anyways already, so I might not. Might show at least one. At least one for sure, maybe. Do that, make sure to save, yep.
Okay, so yeah, I'll show at least one. This because this live stream video is already at least an hour long. So first, turn off the Xbox. Turn off the TV.